Now watch this. Very interesting stuff. So, let me borrow you. For guys that are hard to control, and this also kind of worked on Andre, because if there were ever human beings hard to control on the ground from the side or from anything, it's him. But when you pass, okay, presumably this will be out, okay. As I pass, I get a crossface and I want to keep feeding this here, and I want to feed this so I get a nice solid crossface. I want to make sure I take the slack out so there's no slack. If you notice, my hand is under his shoulder. In this situation, his problem is that if he tries to turn to his right, I'm controlling his shoulder simply with the tension of this lapel right here. The other thing I can do is I can give him the business with the left crossface by turning on my left hip. I'm seldom on my knees because it completely relieves the pressure, and enables him to do that, okay? And here sometimes slack, regrip, and pull. If you notice, it's on the shoulder. And I'm controlling this arm right here because I don't want it to be a frame. I want to collapse that frame. What happens is that if you collapse the frame too much, they'll pull it out and wrap it on your head. Okay, from here, now, if you play your game correctly, you have some good options here. If you switch your base here, you can go here, here. You can step over, maybe get this, maybe get the arm lock right here as you straight, okay? But the point is the effectiveness of this control here. So whenever you get the side control, you're gonna do what? You're gonna have a crossface, and probably you're gonna do this right here. The problem is I'm not controlling his hips, even though I'm controlling his head. He can easily walk his hip out a little bit and slide that right knee in my hip and then make space. And I'm in an open guard. Hard to get, easy to lose. In this situation, I can feed this, like take the slack out, and I'm reaching with my left hand. I'm not doing this because this slack is no good. I'm here, I reach under the shoulder here because now I can control his hip. So now if he wants to move his hip out, I can control the hip also here, okay? If you move your head away too far, he'll frame it. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna collapse that frame. The key to this frame is for him to align the pressure with his elbow right here by kind of straightening out. Yes, because he wants to guide me towards his leg. Yes, right there. This is where he's got power. The least amount of power is by the wrist. So what I'm gonna do is, as he gives me a little frame business here, I'm gonna hook on the inside of his elbow, and I'm gonna pull it this way as I slide up to his wrist, and I drive his wrist right to his face, right here. Can you frame? Give me a frame. So you're giving him counter pressure here, even though it doesn't feel good. You shrug, you're gonna get right in that crook of that elbow, you're gonna pull it, slide your head up, and collapse that frame right here. Right here. Then you're gonna take this lapel, and you're gonna feed it right over the wrist to this hand right here. Right there. Hopefully, it'll get to the wrist. If not, you feed it tighter and tighter. The more pressure I give him, I can drive this out, and I can easily mount. From here, his arm is stuck. If you tighten it good enough, right here along the wrist, sometimes it'll go, yeah, right there. It'll wrist lock. That makes sense? This is a very good control because from here, look what I can do. I can drive him forward. I can pull him back. He doesn't have much. One arm's isolated. I'm gonna bring my left knee, and I'll do it from another angle, inside of his arm right here, and I'm gonna start tilting him. This way here, I'm gonna step over here. I'm gonna slide this hand right in there, and I'm gonna go right here. It's that, or a baseball choke. Does that make sense?
What was the first one?
Yeah, I was trying to figure the first one too. It was more
First
like a
one is
Gregorian,
like a,
like a Gregorian.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just pulling him in.
Okay.
See cross here.
Yeah. Sorry, no, you're good. Baseball. He can't really defend it. He can't defend it with that forearm because it's stuck. And even if he turns into me, I'll finish it. And if I need to, bring this over, or maybe even here. That make sense? And this arm was trapped out. Watch this. You watch. Let me see here. Don't drop this. Oh.